guys, welcome back to the channel.
All 30,000 of you.
Hey, we've made it to 30,000 people.
Actually, it's actually quite weird. Thank you guys for joining us. Little of us. I don't know how interesting we are, but we will try our best. To celebrate, we just decided to answer your questions because we always have like a good steady cycle of questions that come sometimes from DMs or for YouTube. So we're like, let's select some of the questions and answer as best as we can so you can get to know us a little bit. For the basic stuff, we already have a Q&A that you can check out here, or like who we are and like why we're in Korea. So those base questions we already answered, so you can check it out right here, and then we'll just move on with the questions that are right here.
Here we go. So
So
first
let's
from
get into
Instagram, would you say your experiences in Korea has been primarily a good one?
Oh,
Yes. Personally, yes.
that's the short answer.
Yes.
The long answer is in this video right here. But yeah, the short answer is
Yes.
absolutely yes,
Yes.
like no discussion.
That's why we're
And
still here, to be fair.
That's over. Oh my god, I love y'all. We love you too, honey. Period. Okay, question. Can I come live with y'all? I'm in South Africa. So
You can come
you can
ahead.
come to Korea.
It's gonna be expensive.
I think we might be a bit too cozy if we decide to all live together, so, because we live in it's quite small places.
You know, if
But,
we make a big house, like
Yeah.
what is this, a TikTok
Maybe
house,
if you
whatever,
build,
you split the cost, the rent.
If you do buy a big ass house, then maybe. But in the meantime, we can recommend you some hotels and Airbnbs and all that. So yeah, that was a key question. Love you. Oh, that's Justin. Thank you, Fidinim.
How did you end up living in and working in Korea? Is it hard to find a job there for non-Koreans? So how did we end up living in Korea? I think we answered that in the Q&A, but
Q&A.
basically we just wanted to come. So like that's again the short version. It's like
But why?
why? It's over there.
I thought you were gonna...
Yeah. Why? Because we just wanted a change, and we were in the Korean mindset at the time, like discovering Korea culture with the dramas, the K-pop, blah blah blah. And we're like, you know what? We've been to holiday. We came here for holidays, and we were like, this seems nice. Let's try it. We tried it. It's been 4 years almost.
Yeah.
So you know,
Because people be thinking we're like students. That's so funny. People think we're like university students.
We
and
were,
I
though.
mean, thanks. But like even before we came, we were already like working in France.
Yeah.
And so we just wanted to change. It's nothing necessarily specific.
And so what was the second part? Is it hard to find a job? Yes.
It is hard.
It is hard for non-Korean. If you don't speak Korean, it's like almost
It's
impossible.
very hard. It's not. I don't think it's impossible.
For non-speaking Korean,
Yeah, for nuns, because I met people who do, but it's very limited.
if you're English speaker, native English speaker, it's easier for you.
Yeah, there you
It's
go.
a lot easier for you.
Yeah.
Lucky you.
So we speak English, but we're not
Not
from
native.
America, New Zealand, or anything. So some of these jobs are like off limits for us.
Like the teaching jobs and stuff. Like there's a lot of native English speakers that do the teaching jobs.
Yeah.
Some say it's okay, some say it's not okay. I think it depends on what school you're teaching at. But basically, it's easier for you to get something at least and to be able to stay here and find more opportunities. For the rest of us, it's a bit more tricky. You need to have some luck. You need to look for it a lot. You need to have a lot of experience back in your home country. And yeah, basically, you need to prove that you are the person that they need for that job, even if you don't speak Korean. And then they will be able to actually sponsor you. Otherwise, it's a pain.
In the arse.
Good luck. The difference between France and Seoul?
This is from Sammy. Like, why would you? Okay, so the difference between where I live, where my family lives, which is a city in Paris, like a region in Paris, and Seoul, everything. Seoul is so much better. I am so sorry. 24-hour everything, convenience store culture, everything. Okay, short answer.
Just
Everything.
convenience on top.
So much better. So.
On top. Do you guys want to explore other places apart from Korea? I have a bucket list of places I want to go to. Not necessarily live in. Live in, if I had a choice to move someplace and actually live there, it would be 1, Sydney, 2, or like Sydney/Melbourne. I don't know, I've never been to Melbourne. So Australia or Canada. Those two places to live. Now to visit New Zealand, Hawaii, Turkey. Those are the 3 places I need to go to in the near future.
Nice.
To live, I'm good in Korea.
Yeah, is it to leave me? No. I have absolutely no thought about any other place at the moment. where I want to go like on vacation and stuff, for me it's San Francisco. Just because I have like nostalgia. I used to live there and it was amazing. The minute I have money, you will see me in Union Square, honey.
Do you have a fixed time for staying in South Korea, or are you planning a permanent move? Listen, I stopped planning. I don't believe in planning anymore because life is unpredictable as hell. Like, you don't know. Like, COVID happened, it wasn't planned. You don't know what's going on tomorrow, what's going to happen tomorrow. So you know what? Planning out of the table. I don't care for it anymore. But for now, I'm good here, so I'm staying here. That's my reply to this.
Same.
Maybe 10 years, maybe 5 years, maybe next year I'm leaving.
We don't know.
Don't know. Depends on the moon. Where is Leslie studying and what is she studying? So, where was Leslie studying? Leslie is not studying no more. Leslie was studying in KIIP, so the Korean Immigration Integration Program or something like this, which is giving foreigners and mainly married foreigners free classes and free cultural tips to be able to integrate more easily into the Korean society and to also have the opportunity to get the citizenship. So it's mainly for the people who want to stay here very, very long term because they're already married and they have kids and they need to have the citizenships. Me, I just took advantage of the free classes, which were very nice. So everyday classes. It was online, unfortunately, but you know, COVID. So every day you get like 4 to 6 hours classes. So I was studying that. And so yeah, only Korean classes, grammar in the beginning when I was doing level 4, and then level 5 was more history, geography, cultural stuff, economic stuff, blah 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 blah. I still have to pass the exam to validate this level 5, but you know what, it's been a minute since I've studied anything, so I need to redo it from scratch, and I'm lazy. But I will do it eventually to get the point for the visa system thingy.
Fingers crossed.
I'm dying. 10 help!
Please give us a list of Black and foreign friendly clubs in Seoul and South Korea in general. I don't want to be denied interest when I get there. I don't know about South Korea in general because I haven't been clubbing anywhere outside of Seoul so far. I don't also know like a specific list of Black and foreign friendly, but I know where not to go. Personally, I feel like Hongdae, both Hongdae and Apgujeong, like the Gangnam area, they're like a bit iffy when it comes to foreigners, especially during like when Corona was like very like prevalent. I used to hear so many horror stories. I have personally been to clubs in Gangnam and Apgujeong where they were like, no, but like for no reason. Like they didn't have a reason for why you couldn't enter. And none of my non-Black friends have had that experience. So I'm like giving them the side eye. Recently we've been going a lot in Itaewon. Itaewon is like it's like the foreigner section of everywhere. And also some, like I know other clubs in Apgujeong are okay. I just didn't feel like getting embarrassed in front of the world, so I was just like, I'm not gonna try. Like that's just my honest answer. So I feel like just if you're gonna go, ask around. Like if you have friends here, ask around and try to go to the club where your friends have already been so that you know that there's not gonna be any problems. And especially in Apgujeong and Gangnam, please do your research because these clubs are weird and no. Okay?
We don't have time for the bullshit.
Yeah. For now, go to Itaewon and then figure it out after.
Yeah. But Hongdae, you have also some places that are okay.
They're fine, but they have been tripping lately. So.
Yeah, true. What did you study in university? Marketing, business in general, with a concentration in marketing and strategic marketing.
Absolutely, same for me. How did you choose and stick to your current path in life without distraction from society? Honey! Who told you?
Well, that is a deep question. Wait.
Who told you we're not freaking out?
Every day.
Oh, yeah. Before everything, we followed a pretty traditional path. I was like, oh, it's fine. Like, I got a job, go back home. I live like very near my family and it was great. But I don't know. I just felt very like, what am I doing? Like, I didn't know really what I was doing. I wasn't exactly the happiest. And I just wanted to change, really. So I was just like, if I don't change what I'm doing now, I'm gonna regret it once I'm like a certain age with like responsibilities that are higher than just me. So I was like, as long as I can just move around with no responsibility, let me try everything I want to try. So now I'm just like, I'm gonna do everything I want. And if it doesn't work, I make sure to have a plan B. So basically right now, I'm doing the work that I'm doing, but girl, my resume up to date, honey.
Same, but I have to add on this is that I think I was able to do this because first of all, I worked before, like all the way from my university. Like I had jobs, blah blah blah. Plus, I also started to work for companies and stuff. So I had like a bit of a monetary security on the side, and also my parents. I was fortunate enough to have my parents ready to help just in case there was something. So you had like the cushion just in case you actually like screw up, you know. So because I had my own savings plus my family helping me, I was comfortable in the way like, okay, now that I actually I want to change, I want to do something else, I can, so let me do it. I think that was one part of it, because if I was not monetary like financially stable, I wouldn't have done that.
I think we need to acknowledge the fact that we
are
are quite lucky and privileged.
We are super lucky on this
in the sense where if something went wrong, we can both actually go home to our parents and literally have a roof and opportunities to go back to work. So that's also that's a big part. I just forgot to mention, but that's a huge part. You're right.
Because other than that, like if you were not comfortable enough to like mentally stable or mentally like feeling safe, I wouldn't have done that. I would have stayed in the same path, and that is sad because that's.
There are so many people who want to do something different, but they have responsibility. We were able to just kind of leave everything and just like start new and just use the money we had saved. That's a huge
It's a privilege.
Deal.
It's a privilege, and I acknowledge the privilege, and I'm very, very grateful. Bibi, are you planning to experiment with hair color? Silvery white wig will make you look like a fairy. You know? See, I always loved silver hair.
Yeah, it's
I love silver hair. Like,
I don't think I would do it personally.
But why?
Because I wouldn't feel. I don't know. I just feel like I don't feel like it would suit me, because I've seen a girl. She's actually quite famous, and I forgot her name, but she went viral because she had like she's very dark skin and she has like really white hair. Like she had like really. I think those were extensions, but it was so nice on her. And I was just like, if I have silver hair, but I like my skin tone is not like striking enough that it's gonna make a difference. I'm just gonna look black. I'm just gonna be like gray, brown here. Like it's just gonna be a mess. Like I'm not gonna be as like too powerful, but I do want to try red hair. I keep thinking about it.
Oh, you've been talking about this for years.
I really love the burgundy hair, and I really want to have burgundy hair and burgundy eyebrows and all that.
Eyebrows?
Yeah, because you have to match them. Yeah, like the brows are like a bit darker, but you know, well, you can do this with makeup, so it's fine. But I don't know. I'm thinking about it. The silver hair girl, I ain't gonna try it. So a wig maybe one day. I don't know. This is in French, but I'll translate. Are you capable of living fully and only from modeling in Korea, or is it just a passion and you have another job? So that's a very interesting question. The short answer is yes. In the beginning, it wasn't the case. I did have money saved up from my job, like my actual company job. So I'm not gonna lie, I didn't just come into it without $0. I had money saved up, and by the time I started making money with modeling and all that, it was sort of balanced out. So I'm not balling, but I'm paying my rent. I'm paying my rent. It's for rot.
But it's not always the case, from what I've heard. Like I've heard
stories
of people. Like it really depends on what opportunities you get along the way, how much you work, also what companies are looking for at the time. So like. A lot of people in the modeling industry are struggling. This
girl saved my life, because this one time, remember when you had to send me money like on the last day of the month? I had the equivalent of $20 in my account, and I had my bills to pay. I was like, what am I gonna do? She's like, let me send you some money. I was like, bitch, yes, I'll take it. But I got paid the next day, so I was able to like give her back the money like quickly. But like, imagine being alone and you don't know anyone.
I was talking yesterday to other models, and they were saying like literally for months they didn't have anything. They had like one casting, one stuff like this. So it's really it moves a lot. It's really different depending on the months, depending on the season, the casting season, blah blah blah, on whatever they're looking for. It's like it looks like a very nice job. It looks like a very like
but
pacha, like no, it's not.
You have to want to do it. You have to really want to do it.
It's a lot of work on your side. It's a lot of luck too. But I guess when you establish enough.
Maybe when you're established, but when you're a new one, I still consider myself a very new. It hasn't been a year. So, girl, sometimes you get lucky, honey. Sometimes you're just like.
So
in the savings, honey, in the savings.
So this is all for the Instagram questions, and we move to the YouTube. Have y'all ever met your Korean boyfriend's parents? If so, are they accepting of the relationship?
That's a good question.
No.
You haven't at all?
I haven't met. Did you?
I haven't met. So that's what I'm saying.
Ah,
It's such
yes.
an interesting question. I haven't met them in real life, but I've spoken to them on the phone. Like we've exchanged like pictures and stuff like that. Like they asked to see my face, and like they will send me like food on like holidays. So very sweet. But I think there is like this thing where when you meet them in real life, usually it's after you
marriage
get
or
proposed to,
something,
yeah, and then the parents like have a formal dinner, and it's the first time that they meet. So
I guess it depends on the families though. Like
Yeah,
it
it
depends
depends.
if you're traditional. Like traditionally it's like this,
Yeah.
but I guess like more and more families are meeting the significant others sooner.
Yeah.
But no, me they know I exist, but that's about it.
do they see your face?
No, I don't think so. Maybe
Not
a
yet.
picture. But I didn't see them.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
face
yeah.
to face.
So,
But
yeah.
Will you ever consider moving back to your home countries? Can you speak your mother tongues? My mom's tongue, no. My mother tongue, no.
Elle
Like
parle quoi, Poula?
Poulard, no, I can't. It's my greatest shame in life. I do not know how to speak my mom's language.
No, bro. When you talk about shame, I'm from Senegal, yeah, originally, and I lost my Wolof. I
But
lost
no,
it
but
officially.
if you go back there and you live for 3 months, you will get it back.
I understand it, but let me tell you, when I did the vlog with Papsan, he was like, how do you say finger in Wolof? I was like, finger. It took me 5 minutes to figure, and I didn't figure it out. He told me. I was shook. Anyways, so yeah, we speak our mother tongue mostly.
Well, I speak French.
Yeah, we speak. Yeah, for me, that's my
That's
mother.
it.
Yeah, so.
Moving back to the home country, no. This is not in the plan.
At all.
Like right now, no.
Ah, tu me
If
parles?
you ask me if I want to go back to France, I don't want.
No,
to.
me, I mean, neither.
I don't want. Like no, thank you very much. I'm good here. That's why I said in my other reply, like I would like to live in Australia and Canada, but like French is not in the cards. I don't know what life has in store for me. Maybe you will see me back there next year. I don't know. But if I could choose, I wish not to. What's Leslie ethnic background? So as I said, my dad is from south of France. And my mom is from Guinea, Conakry. Comment tu dis?
Conakry?
C'est Guinea Conakry.
Ah.
Okay, Guinea Conakry. And yeah, so half. How do you meet your boyfriend? Through her. Yeah, she was friends with him from Instagram, I guess. Like they met before, blah, blah, blah.
You're welcome. Hey, I forgot about that actually. Technically, we met all of us on Instagram because he followed our page.
Yeah, but you were talking to him because
Yeah.
I'm not really on Instagram.
This girl is a savage. She's like, I'm talking about people, and yet.
Yeah, and then we met in real life, like in a group, and then we continued talking. And
She
then...
likes what you saw.
Stop right here. Anyway.
I love it because every time I do this, she gets so embarrassed.
No. Come on,
Come on, isn't that Jimmy who said that? Come on, he says hell.
What's your favorite place in Korea?
Which one is yours? I'm very curious about that actually.
City-wise or like
No,
really
that we've
specific
been.
place?
That we've been.
Specific place.
I mean, I don't know. You can. I guess it's an open.
Like, if it's talking about city, so if it's talking about literally a place, Hanggang.
Oh,
Yeouido.
that's a good one actually. Yeah. Yeah, me, I was just gonna say Seoul. Like, I've been to other places
like, in
and stuff,
Seoul.
but like, I don't know.
That's the
I
thing.
just like Seoul as a vibe.
Right? Same. If you people come to visit, where is the
Han
first
River,
place?
Han River,
Okay,
Han River.
Han
Your
River.
thing is Han River. Of course.
Han River.
Han River. Even in the, we've been in the winter and it was fine.
It's so nice. It's just so
nice. Like, it doesn't matter when you go because there's such a culture around it. Like the Han River Ramyeon. Everybody knows about the Han River Ramyeon. If I have pictures, I'll figure it out right now. But everybody knows about, like, you just go, you get like maybe a tent or you just go like on a mat. You do a picnic. Delivery is like
It's on point.
you get everything you want to eat. You have your beer, cheers. People even bring their like little table with like wine glasses.
So prepared.
Bro.
No, it's not even that they bring it. Sometimes like very smart businesses they rent it. So you go like next to the
You
river,
can
you have
rent
like
the
a rent thing.
entire
Oh,
equipment.
it's
amazing.
very cute.
Yeah,
And also,
Han River,
me, I like the openness.
Oh, yeah, it's
like you
amazing.
get there, you live in a city still, so every time it's like a bit. You don't see the horizon per se, right? But you get there and you're like,
The skyline and everything.
Oh.
At like at from the sunset, it's nice
It's
every
so
time,
nice.
but the sunset and the nighttime is.
do you feel life in Korea isn't as glamorous as it seems in K-drama? I often catch myself wishing to escape to Korea before realizing it's a country with its own problems. You said it all.
You said
You
it.
said it all.
Absolutely.
It's not a dream. People are weird sometimes.
People are weird sometimes.
The government is not always on your side. It's a mess to do things. Also, like it's a messy country, but for what we've been experiencing so far, it's where we're the most comfortable, and that's why we are here. But it's not a K-drama.
Exactly. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Yes, I do have like a special place in my heart for Korea because I did feel more comfortable, as you see in this video. Every time I'm like, check this video. Like, it's more comfortable and everything, but it has very deep problems, just like every other country. And I think the only reason, at least for me, if I'm comfortable here is because I'm not like the main target of the main issues. But that doesn't mean they don't exist, and I acknowledge them, and I wish it would get better, and I'm sure it's gonna get better, but it's gonna take time.
I'm thinking about staying there for at least a little while in the future, but I'm scared because I'm not one to do things alone, so to say. I'm also worried about not making any real friends, the beauty standards, I'm a fellow black sister on the caramel side. The hair is also a beast itself. Getting around, etc. I'm basically wondering if I'll be able to adapt well, even despite my differences. How long did it take for you to have a grasp of life living in Seoul or even in different areas of Korea? I'm super scared.
Oh, that's a good question.
That's a valid question. Real friends, if you want Korean friends, it's gonna be hard.
Very.
If you don't speak the language, especially. But like I think it's easy to build relationship with foreigners here because we're all in the same boat. So if you're, depending on what you're gonna do, if you go to school here, you're gonna be close with people around you very fast because you struggle the same. So y'all are gonna create bonds that way. And like I have friends that I made friendship here that really were tight. Just because I feel like we're not just because if I met them other places, I think we also would have like hit it off pretty well. But because we're launched in the same like environment, we have to do it together. I think you create deep bonds with this. So if you look for foreigner friends, it's gonna be easy, I guess. Even when you go out and stuff, people are very friendly to you, so it's gonna be fine. Korean friends, not so much if you don't speak Korean.
Even if you speak
Korean, but like you get some exceptions here and there.
Yeah.
Like some Korean, of course, it's not it's not the same for everybody. But I feel it's gonna be a bit more difficult to create real relationships with Koreans.
I actually remember that video, Kelsey in Korea? Was it?
Yeah.
So I'll link it down or here, I don't know, but I'll link it because I think that's a very good video for any foreigner who does want to live long term or even for a while in Korea, because that really helped me understand the perspective on their side. So I'll link it, and I would absolutely recommend you to watch it if you're considering living in Korea.
Beauty standard is tricky.
It's tricky, okay, it's tricky, but I do believe that here in Korea changes they happen quite fast, faster than we think. The reason I say this is because I follow a lot of they're usually models, but like a lot of the biracial Korean, Nigerian or Korean and like African American models on Instagram, and I've seen one in particular that was on the show. I don't remember the name, but she was on a show that talked specifically about this and talk about like her life and her experience, because she's a full-blown Korean. She was born and raised here, but she's biracial, right? And so I think from the reactions that people have around her, you can tell that if you're a foreigner, if you look like a foreigner, the beauty standards, people are not going to really judge you based on their beauty standard, because you have to be a full-blown Korean in order to even be judged on that front. Because they would just look at you and be like, oh, she's a foreigner, so it doesn't matter. That's what she was saying, even though she's a full-blown Korean, right? So I don't think you have to worry too much about the beauty standard. I'm the complete opposite of the beauty standard in Korea. The complete opposite. And I'm still able to work in like the beauty industry, quote unquote. So I don't think that's something that matters.
For the hair, people are gonna be interested.
Yeah.
I guess. Whatever hairstyle you do, they're gonna be like, ooh. Of course you're gonna have the stupid ass people that are gonna be like touching or trying to say something about it. Stupid, but this is everywhere too.
Ignore. Yeah, it happens everywhere.
But the main truth is that they're gonna see it and like, oh wow, I'm so jealous. Oh wow, I like that hair, because they look for a lot of volume here. So when you do have the volume, they're very interested in it. So I guess I didn't really have any bad experience.
Me, I'm just like,
getting around is super easy, by the way. Getting around here, you have all the apps helping you. A lot of them are in English too, so it's super easy. The bus stops and the subway stops are also stayed in English. It's just easy. Wi-Fi is everywhere. You're gonna be fine. And adapt depends on your experience adapting stuff, I would say. Like if it's your first time traveling, of course you're gonna struggle. It's gonna be like a little bit tricky at first. but it's I think a couple of months and you're good to go. Like I believe. Personally, I believe that human beings are very good at adapting to any situation, and after 3 months, I believe we developed a habit.
Yeah.
So after being here for 3 months, it's gonna be like, this is my life, and this is how I do stuff. It's just taking the time to get there. Personally, I had lived in Asia before, like for a couple of 5 months to do an internship, so I was already I knew already the Asian mindset, so it was not that hard here.
I was born and raised in Senegal, as I said, and it's like the culture, you can put them together and it's transparent. It's the same. So I was, on the contrary, I think I adapted too fast in the sense of I accepted a lot, meaning, oh yeah, of course that happens. Even things that necessarily I didn't like personally, because it was my culture. Originally, I was like, oh yeah, it just kind of felt like I was back in my home country, because so many of the things are similar. Like the age thing is similar, the relationship with men and women are similar. You just need some time. It's fine. 3 months.
3 months tops, and then you're good to go.
Fine.
Honestly, like, don't be scared. It's really nice experience, I guess. If you're open to all the possible differences and everything, like to be new and to actually try it, I think you're gonna have a good time. Your reactions are absolutely hilarious, including the K-drama reaction. Thank you. Which drama was your favorite one to watch, react to, and which one was your least favorite? Squid Game.
The favorite one?
I was so into it. I was there. I completely forgot the camera. I was like, nope, this is amazing. Squid Game and then Kingdom, and then
Kingdom for
my
me.
top 3: Squid Game, Kingdom, and Sweet Home.
Yeah, my favorite was Kingdom, and my least favorite was Sweet Home.
Oh I
mean, I said it multiple times. I was like, I don't like zombies. Leave me alone.
Favorite? Hellbound. Not really, because it was very long at some point. It was very long at some. I really like the ending, but like at some point it was like strange.
Oh, me is the ending that I hated. I was like, really? Remember, we were like, what?
Because now I like what's going on. Like I want season 2.
Maybe.
Which was your absolute favorite vlog to film and or look back on?
Busan. Busan for me.
Yeah, Busan was fun, and Yosu for me because it was nice.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
Anyway, Jeju was nice. Anyway, trips are the best.
Because you're like, it was so nice. Anyway,
So
that's it for us. We chose those questions, and so thank you very much for everybody sending us the question, and for everybody joining us in our little channel. And we're very blessed, and we're gonna try to make as much good content as possible.
Do our best.
Leave it down below whatever you want us to do.
Yeah, I did have that questions. Except from reactions. What kind of content would you like to see? Let it go in the comments,
like,
please.
If it's vlog, and if it's vlog, what exactly do you want to see in the vlog?
Anything,
like,
just
in general, what do you want to see?
Because we would like to know. What? I feel like we said something that sounded the same, but was not the same.
It was not the same. Yeah, you would like to know, we'll try to oblige.
Oh, okay.
But like, same vibe. Anyway, thank you, and we will see you in the next video.
Bye.